What's up, son? Not really. I think it's gay. College football is fucking stupid. Yeah, that's gonna be I don't give a shit, son. I mean, it works. It gets the job done. I really have time to hop on that stuff.
Welcome back, everybody. We are We're live for the Dutch and Denver podcast on a Sunday night, which I know it's rare, but you're welcome. And tonight, you guys are super duper lucky because Kyle's back. Oh Jesus. Okay, we don't do that. Sorry about the whole fuck up. Yeah, Kyle's back by popular demand. Um, Although I think the demand was never bring that nerd back.
Beggars can't be choosers, you suckers.
Yeah, at this point, we basically are begging because we have no one. The liberals won't come on.
Mm.
They don't want to defend, Dementia Joe.
You know what's funny, dude? You know, they say every 7 years your personality will drastically change. Like, I'm almost 27. My birthday's in October. I'm way different now. Now I'm turning 27 October. Way different now than when I was at 20, way different when I was 13. I am becoming every second by the day more bitter and disappointed with like all of life. I hate everything. I hate everyone. I mean, I just am disillusioned by all of it. And I just want out. Now, this isn't like a suicide cry for help, nothing like that. But it's more of I'm just
Should I
pissed.
Google the prevention line now? I think it's like
No.
1-800 don't kill yourself.
I want to do what Ralph Waldo Emerson did, civil disobedience. Just be a hermit in the woods and just be left the fuck alone. I don't want any more of anything. I know it sounds suicidal. It's not. I just don't like anything.
I mean, you're getting married.
Mm. Yeah.
Do you not like that anymore?
No, that's cool. Rochelle is cool. A long distance, oh, that definitely takes a toll. But for the most part, we're good. It's all set for July.
Guys who don't know, Kyle's getting married, and his wife's or his fiance is currently living in Australia. No,
Hawaii.
Basically Australia. I mean, super far away. It's like noon there, so she's up and ready to go. Kyle's sleepy, and that's what they're dealing with. But I mean, love conquers all. I think someone said.
They said. We'll see how this little experiment goes. We got until July. We got plans to see each other in October, November, December.
Yeah, but you can't go anywhere in October.
Why not?
Battlefield. Duh.
Oh well, yeah. Well, Halloween weekend. It's gonna be our time to hang out and party and do all that shit.
Who's our time? You and me, or her and you?
Her and me. We got October. We got that last 3 days of October.
Okay, Keel.
I have you for every other day of the week, son.
Yeah, except when you don't.
Except that one time putting in my hours, boss. I'm sorry. Anyway, pissed and disillusioned at everything. You know what? I can't point to one thing this is going to be a depressing ass podcast tonight. I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to liven him up. Don't worry, guys.
That's cool. You're yin and yang. I can't point to one thing in this country that is working well. I can't say our educational system is good. I can't say our justice system is good.
The molesting teachers.
I can't say our educational system is good. Our justice system is terrible. Our immigration system is terrible. Our financial sector is terrible. Even our military is terrible. I can't point to one thing that I can at least say, at least we have this in the bag. At least we can still do this. I can't point to one fucking thing anymore.
And you have Dutch, man. I'm the shining beacon of America.
I got you, and that's it. I can't point to anything that I think is
that's
great.
All you need, man. I'm literally like the kryptonite. Wait, did kryptonite hurt or make Superman strong?
Kryptonite hurts Superman.
What makes him strong?
Dumbass, the sun.
Okay, I'm the sun. I'm like Louis, man. I'm the sun god.
Well, go for it. If you want to bring back the Aztecs and we can all worship your ass, that's fine.
I would love that.
We'll cut out hearts and hold it up to the sky and Mortal Kombat that shit.
Speaking of that, so I was talking tonight, you can have 3 people over for dinner. Any 3. Who you picking?
I don't have
They
anyone
got to
in
be
mind.
alive.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. I'm at the antisocial stage at this point.
Okay. You want to know who I want?
Yeah. What do you
I
want?
want Trump, obviously. I want Xi Jinping, and I want Putin. Trump, because I think it'd be fun. Putin, because I have some questions. And Ping, because I just want to slam dunk a basketball on him.
Jay, I mean,
he's
I don't know
Chinese and short.
Who I would pick. I don't know anyone I would pick.
Me. I'm the sun. Remember, I'm your god. Worship me.
You and the other 2 is a pick 'em dice roll. Who are the 2 lucky volunteers listening tonight? You get to join
John
in.
And Darren.
There you go. You guys can join in on
Somebody
all the
leaves with a
fun.
broken bone.
I don't know, man. I'm just I don't know. My personality's changing. My mindset's different. I'm just no reason to do anything. I don't know. It's just work and repeat, and that's it. And there's just nothing else. There's no fun. Nothing going right. I don't know.
I mean, this could be fun.
What?
I mean, this podcast.
Well, yeah, it could be. I'm just in a depressing mood as of recently.
I'm in a depressing mood every single day, and then this shows up, and I'm happy. It's going on addiction.
You got that, dude. You got your vice. I don't know. I was watching this documentary. It was called.
Right there.
Well, I had nothing else better to do with my time, and it was on TV late at night. It's called Starweight. And what this documentary is, it's a bunch of nerds who camped out for 6 weeks in front of the Chinese theater in Hollywood to watch Star Wars Episode 2 or some shit like that.
Wait, they had to be there 6 weeks early?
They were in line for 6 weeks early before Star Wars the movie came out. They got their tents.
Was it necessary for them to be there?
No.
Okay, it was just these 4 idiots.
Is it necessary to wait 6 weeks to see a movie? Of course not. It was a bunch of nerds.
I mean, like, okay, when Darvin and I camped out for Xboxes when I was younger, shut up, nerds. It was necessary because it was like the day one that Xbox One came out. So yeah, I mean, it was necessary if I wanted an Xbox One and to be part of the thing. But is Star Wars so popular that they had to be there 6 weeks in advance, or could they have showed up on like 3 days and been fine?
They could have showed up 3 days. Dude, I didn't wait in line for my Xbox and I was able to get it. I can't think of anything in this world I would camp out 6 weeks in advance for. There could be an election. One thing. What?
We can't say it on the podcast.
Oh, I was going to say, there could be an election between tits and bigger tits with free samples to squeeze, and I still wouldn't wait 6 weeks in advance.
Okay. If a mutual friend of ours decided that they were going to change their tune, actually, you can just check your phone. I don't want to say it.
Okay. But as you're texting at, the point being, it was a bunch of Star Wars nerds who waited 6 weeks in advance to see this movie. And it's a documentary about their 6-week journey, just staying intense. And the whole time thinking to myself, that is such a pathetic fucking waste of time in life. And at the same time, I'll be honest, it was this low-key envy and jealousy where it's like, I wish there was one thing in this world I was that passionate about, or I would wait 6 weeks in advance for. That childlike, like a little child going to Disneyland and nothing else in the world. I wish I had that shit. I can't think of anything. I was somewhat low-key jealous that those nerds had that level of happiness to wait 6 weeks for a movie. I can't find that.
I mean, you wait 6 weeks for that, wouldn't you?
Well, at this, no one knows what we're talking about. At this point, that's been more than 6 weeks.
I know that, but if you actually had a date, and it's like all you got to do is camp out for 6 weeks, and you can have this present, you wouldn't do it.
I still would. 6 weeks on the street in a tent? No, I still wouldn't. There's nothing I would wait 6 weeks for.
Oh, there's a ton of things I'd wait 6 weeks for.
Jesus can come down from Earth with the Bible
From
Part Two and
Earth.
get autographs, and maybe I can wait six. Maybe I don't know. I just I can't think of anything I would wait 6 weeks for.
You
Camping.
realize that you're harping on these nerds wearing a Star Wars shirt, right?
I know it's just by coincidence.
That doesn't fit.
By coincidence, yeah, but I wouldn't wait 6 weeks for a movie. My point is that it was like a waste of time in life. And at the same time, it's like I wish I had that passion for something where I could just wait 6 weeks for that. I wish I had that carrot at the end of the stick, and I thought it would be money and graduating college. And I'm at that stage now where that doesn't do it, and I've
No,
hit
no,
that
you don't want
wall.
that kind of passion. It's like the sports fans who are like, I love my team no matter what. And we're going to talk about this because, oh my God, the Broncos are a mess. The Cowboys are a mess too.
I have no. They'll probably be. And Jerry
Okay.
Jones will fuck it up somehow.
And everyone is just, I mean, they're blindly like, yeah, here's my thousands of dollars. So yeah, sports fans, I guess they're part of that group that they would wait 6 weeks for Dick All.
I guess. I guess. I see. For me, it's not even that. It's just. I think I've just hit that wall as a
Okay,
man.
so tear down the wall for a minute and talk to me. Uh the you had an emergency meeting, and stop me if I can't talk about this because then I'll just fill it in my own imagination. Um where the male students were molesting the female teachers. Remember you
What?
said you had that emergency meeting? Are you
No,
confused?
no, 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 no. There was like some sexism where like the
That's what I
male
mean by molesting. I
students.
don't mean physically like, rubbing the
No, no, it
headlights.
wasn't. I don't mean that. I just mean like it was this level of disrespect. Like the whole idea where if a man is being yelling and screaming, he's being assertive, and if a woman does it, she's a bitch. It was just that. It was like the students were like, "Oh, these female teachers, I don't have to listen to them. You're a woman." Blah 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 blah. But a male teacher, like my students, don't fuck around with me that way. Like if you're gonna go off on my ass, I'm gonna light your ass up, and you can take your little fat
Are you
ass
gonna hit
back
him?
to. I can't by law. I wish
Well,
I
I know
could.
not by law, but sometimes you slip, and little Bobby just hit a doorknob.
I mean, I wish, but no. It's but it was just that. It was just like, and I had to chew him out. Like, dude, your teacher's your teacher. We're adults. We shouldn't be dictated by what the kids want to do today. What is this fucking mindset? Let's let the 12-year-olds run the asylum. The fuck you think this is? I had one kid try this shit. He was like saying, "Mister, I don't want to do this," and I'm like, "Kid, how old are you?" He's like 12. I'm like, "You're not even a man yet. You're not even a teenager, and you have the fucking nerve to talk to me and tell me what we're going to do today. Who the fuck do you think you are?" And you see, saying that as a man is different than if a woman was to say that to that kid. That was the whole point of that meeting. It
So
was
I
like, I
mean,
don't take that disrespect. I don't fuck with that.
again, I know exactly where you're coming from because when I was in high school, my brother was in there with me. Like I was, I think, a senior, and he was a freshman or junior, whatever. But for gym class, we used to dictate what we were going to do that day. The teacher would be like, "Okay, we're going to play softball today," and as a class, would be like, absolutely not. We're playing dodgeball. We're playing dodgeball every year, every day of the semester, and we're going to hurt the nerds." And that teacher gave in, so that gave us a little bit of power. But now you teach actual academics. It's
Okay,
not
but I
fucking
get
gym
that.
class.
But think of that on a massive scale, where there are some schools they literally just let the kids dictate what should be done any given moment. Fortunately, my school's not like that, but I've been in a school like that. It's where I met RJ, believe it or not.
Isn't
Where
that the
it's
one
like
where the kids were like humping each other in the hallway?
that was the other school I worked at,
How
but
many
that was
schools have you been to?
this is my third, and I've been here for 2 years now. First one was 2 years. The other school was where I met RJ, and that school was a dumpster fire of a mess. Where yeah, the kids, let's just what do you feel like doing today? And it's like when did we let kids dictate what the fuck the adults should do? And
When
we
did we
gave
let
that
some
up.
tranny dictate the way we address them? Do you all right? So first day of school happened for you what, a couple weeks ago?
August 11th or 12th, somewhere around
Okay.
there. Yeah.
How did you send out like a little piece of paper to all your students on the first day and be like, how would you like to be identified?
I don't do that at all. I mean, I'm very traditional. I'm teacher club. We go over the syllabus. You have your assigned seat. This is what we're going to do. Have your parents sign the syllabus. Bring it back to me the next day. And we go quick. There's no downtime.
Okay,
There's
but
no
what if
time for
little
shit.
Johnny wants to be her? What if little Johnny's pronouns are she or bunny self? How
I'll
would
be
you know
honest
that?
with you. I'll be on. If a kid tells me this, I don't want to start shit and lose my job. And I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, no pun intended. So it's like, you really want to be called she, fine. But at the end of the day, you are student number 22 on my roster. You get the same treatment as the other 21 fucking kids. Dead serious. I don't make this stupid shit. I don't if you want to be a girl, fine, I'll call you she. You get no other special treatment other than that change. That's it. You don't get anything else. You get your student 22 on the roster, like the kid next to you was student 21, like the kid next to her is student 20. You get no other special treatment other than that shit. And that's how it goes. You get as much respect as any other kid. That's fair. And that's just how I do it. That's fair. Nothing
Okay.
more, nothing less.
I mean,
That's just how you
if
do it.
I want to be called Bunny Self, I'd like you to refer to me as Dutch Bunny Self #1 from now
See,
on.
I blame the parents, dude, for coddling this shit and allowing this shit. Let me tell you what the problem is. I'm gonna go on a fucking rant. This idea, this started, I would say, with the Obama years. It was the and definitely when Trump got elected, the Me Too, the pussy hat, whatever those women were, it was toxic masculinity. That was the big buzzword they latched on to. And the problem with this is that it's a slow shipping. So you start with a buzzword like toxic masculinity, and every single woman will reach up to the depths and grab the furthest upper echelon horror story they can think of. The guy who's abusive, who beats women, who's sexist. Everyone agrees this is wrong, of course. So that's toxic masculinity. No one's going to disagree with that. That's how it starts. And then it's like, okay, we need to prevent men from being that. What can we do? We got to train them when they're younger. So, what leads to toxic masculinity? One step below that is aggression. Boys, you can't be aggressive. Don't be physical. What leads to aggression? Assertiveness. Don't be too opinionated. Don't speak up. What opinions are you getting at a young age? Oh, you're getting the wrong opinion. You're being too outspoken. That's why you have 5-year-olds questioning their fucking gender. You can't be too opinionated. And it's a slow chipping. And on a long enough timeline, you will end up with an era, a whole generation of totally emasculated men who can't speak up, who can't be assertive, who can't voice an opinion, who can't lead, who can't do anything. And yet, these are the same bitches that will complain and they will say, where are all the good men? It's just a bunch of beta males and simps. Well, you fucking created that shit. You have to live in the shit you create. This was your doing. And I see this in our school system today. Little 5-year-olds who have to be taught what gender they are, they don't even know what that is at that age. And it's a slow chipping. We'll get them while they're young. Don't be assertive. Don't be opinionated. Don't lead. No aggression, because we can't have wife beaters, a very rare minority of men. And you'll just get a total bunch of emasculated pussy ass men who can't do shit. And that's what I've been seeing for years. And that shit bothers me. It just fucking bothers me.
Yeah, but that's a Democrat thing, 100%. And that
For sure.
reminds me, because I was listening to talk show the other day, and they had some lady wrote a book about the 4 Raider battalions in World War II. They were like the first Marine Raider battalions. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She wrote a book about them. She got to talk to one person from each of the battalions. I think the 4 different commanders. Okay. And they brought this point up many times. I'm sure 100 other people have. But imagine if we had a World War II situation facing us today.
Oh, we'd be fucked.
Thank you. That's
First
all
of all, the Pentagon came out decades, I think like 10, 15, made an emergency report. It was a state of the emergency thing or something like that, where it's like, if we had to have a draft today, most men age 18 to 29 would not qualify for 3 big reasons. Number 1 is obesity and our health is shit. Number 2 is the felony records. And number 3 is just, I forgot what the third, it was obesity, felony records, and
just
drug
being
problems.
general pussies. Was that
Drug
on the
problems,
list?
that too, drug problems, felony records, obesity. Many men today could not qualify. Would
Yeah,
not
but a
qualify even
felony
for the
shouldn't
draft.
hold you back from the draft. Like if you're a murderer, you're fit to be a soldier. Not that being a soldier is murdering, but you have experience killing, and now we're just going to give you an outlet for that psychopathic behavior.
Well, technically you're right, but they say you can't join the military if you have like a severe felony. Like if it's like
Severe.
drug
Now we have
shit,
different declinations of felonies, huh?
they do. But I mean, if we're really desperate, what choice do you have? You just gotta take. But yeah, we just wouldn't have people qualified. That's why you have a lot of fat ass obese motherfuckers. You want to know what I wish would have happened during this
Hey,
COVID
you
thing,
watch
Dutch?
your fucking mouth. According to me, I'm obese.
I'm gonna talk about that too. How the BMI is just total dog shit. But I'll tell you something that
Welcome
I
to the
learned.
Blippo in California podcast. Dutch will just be here by himself.
What I was really hoping for with this COVID thing, not that I want people to die or people to lose their jobs, I was hoping somebody in power, Trump, Fauci, the Surgeon General, Biden, somebody would have had the balls to come out with a PSA announcement and just say the obvious, which is you're going to be home for a year. We're even footing the fucking bill. And the
No, no.
least
Whoa,
you
whoa, whoa, whoa.
assholes
Wait a
could
minute. Whoa,
do,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
hold
whoa.
up, hold up. The least you dicks could do is just move your ass off the couch and work out a little bit, move around some. That's the least you could do.
No, no,
And
no, no,
people
no,
can't
no,
even
no,
do
no,
that
no,
shit.
no, no, no. We gotta. First of all, the government has no place to sit down and be like, okay, you guys are gonna be at home for a year. No, I don't care if it's a Ebola pandemic that killed 75 billion people. I know we don't have that in this country. Shut up. I know we don't have that in this world. Shut up. The government does not dictate locking down the economy and the country. That ain't a thing.
But they
Moving
did,
on.
didn't they?
Oh,
But
they
they
did
did.
because you're all a bunch of little bitches and you were just like, oh, okay. What's that? You want me to bend over and grab my ankles? Oh, okay. Ooh, that kind of hurts. Can you just make it nicer? Yeah, here's $600. Oh, yeah, that's not as bad, but it still kind of hurts. Oh, here's another $600. Oh, yeah, getting fucked in the ass still kind of hurts. And that's exactly what happened because, to your point, we have a country of little bitches. You don't listen to the podcast because you hate me, but I've talked about this. I went back and found tweets from people who were like, "I'm never taking a Trump vaccine," blah blah blah, and the same people months later were like, "You have to take the vaccine or we're all gonna die." Let's be clear about something. It wasn't a Trump vaccine. It sure as fuck isn't a Biden vaccine. It wasn't a United States government vaccine. It is a Pfizer vaccine. Scientists made that vaccine. It doesn't matter who the president was, and it's not a vaccine, I'm sorry, shot. Okay? And Moderna did it. The scientists did that. It doesn't matter who the president was. Trump was not in there at Pfizer like, hey man, you guys have to just make this up so I can look good. That's not what happened. And then as soon as Biden took over, he wasn't like, okay, now it's okay. No, none of that happened. You're all stupid. It's not a vaccine, by the way.
My point being, you're right. My point being is people do not want to lift a finger anymore to do anything.
Well, no, because the
Can't be
government
bothered,
paid him to do nothing.
can't do shit. I mean, just people don't want to work out. They don't want to exercise. They don't want to contribute. They don't want to work. They don't want to do a damn thing. They want someone else to do it. And I've just seen this with our school system, dude. It's like you think the millennials bitch a lot. This younger generation is so fucked. And it's just, I don't know where this is heading, but I know it's going to be bad. We have a bunch of pussified men and a bunch of women who are just dainty at best. And those are the two people that we have now. That's all we got. And I don't know how we reverse this. I don't think we can. It's just we're just too far fucking inept and gone. I don't
No,
know.
yeah, we don't reverse this. I mean, revolution or complete collapse, which is basically the same thing.
Like the Roman Empire, we'll just have
Yeah,
five
I mean, we're
quasi
done.
states, one
Yeah, it's
emperor.
okay.
That
I mean, we're done. I can't, like I said, there's a thing on Twitter called Libs of TikTok. If you've ever watched these people, they're literally insane. That's where I got the bunny self thing from. And there was actually a teacher near you who took down all our American flags and put a pride flag up, and the kids still said the Pledge of Allegiance. And one of the kids was like, "Hey, this feels stupid. Where's the flag?" And she's like, "I don't know. I packed it away. But if you want to pledge allegiance, you can pledge to that flag." And points over to the pride flag. Well, she shared all this on TikTok like a fucking moron, and turns
And
out
got
she's
roasted.
not teaching anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a slow chipping, dude. And I don't know what happened to our society where you can't be opinionated, you can't talk, you can't do shit. Did you ever watch the movie Fight Club way back in the 90s?
No, Kyle, I've never seen the third greatest movie ever made.
Fight Club, you know what? That book and that movie came out somewhere in the mid to late 90s. And in many ways, that book was and that movie was so ahead of its time.
Well,
If you took a bunch of men who never had a great war or a great depression with a bunch of absent fathers who were told what to do, march in this straight line, go to work, don't do shit, don't interact at all. And what would happen if you just let them be men again? And we never talk about it as a society. It's always a problem with women.
we actually do talk about it. It's called 1984.
That was just as a whole, if the entire tyrannical governments just ran the
And I
earth.
mean, Fight Club wasn't exactly that. Fight Club, you were right about he took a bunch of little bitches and turned them into men, but it's not that he did that. It's that they were little bitches and he just directed them being little bitches into, instead of stocking video shells, they fought each other. They were
It
still
was
little
cathartic.
bitches.
It was cathartic. It was step one. That was the whole
Mm,
point. It was
no, I
step
don't think
one.
it was
Go back to
cathartic.
your primal. For them, it was. It was just,
No,
I'm going to beat the shit out of someone. And after, out of respect, we can shake hands after, have a beer, and we'll keep this down low a secret.
now see, and I
That
don't
was
think
the whole
that was
point.
it. It just, instead of telling them to stock, shells at Walmart, he told them to hit each other. They were still obedient little bitches. They
Well,
just
that
took
was
it
the
out in
point.
a
Yeah.
way, because at the end, in the movie and the book, they follow directions and they destroy the credit card companies in
Yeah. Yeah.
theory to reset whatever, which again will
Which is
never
what you're
happen.
saying, revolution. I mean, it was the same concept in many ways.
Yeah,
It
but
was
that'll
just
never happen.
no, I know it won't, dude. It's just
I mean, it will, but we won't be around for it. Revolutions take 100 years of people just being pissed off, and we don't have enough people pissed off. Like the problem right now is a revolution is usually people versus the government. A civil war is people versus people, and
usually on behalf of some government. There's usually
yeah, but
some
we won't
nationalist
have a
party.
civil war because the side that we would fight against are not fighters; they're pussies.
Well, even if we had another civil war, it wouldn't be like Mason Dixon line. This would be neighborhood to neighborhood,
Yeah,
house to
absolutely.
house. You wouldn't
But
even have a landmass. Like, let's
what I'm
all meet up
saying
here.
though is that like the other side, let's just say for instance, we'll call them side A and I'm side B. Um, if I punched anyone from side A in the face, that would be the end of their war. They would collapse, they'd get on Twitter or TikTok and they'd make a video about it. If someone from side A punched me in the face and it didn't knock me out, I'd get up and fight back. They wouldn't. And that's the difference is that like the gap is so big between us right now that I mean it's not even funny.
Yeah. I had a conversation. Like, I know there was some liberal in California who was like, fuck the southern states. California and New York pay 70% of all the federal tax. They need us for the fuck these states. What do they do? And he kind of had a point, but I told him, you do realize like 80% of our military today are essentially poor Southern whites. Like they are busting their ass doing shit that you wouldn't have the balls to do. Yeah, we make fun of the South and they make fun of us because we're liberals. But at the end of the day, they need us economically as much as we need them militarily because we don't have a draft. All of our recruitment, you go to any military branch, it's mainly Southern whites. And it's like, we
Who
would
love
not
their country.
survive without them. And liberals need to understand that you can make fun of them all you want. They're doing shit that you wouldn't have the ball. I wouldn't have the balls to do. And we protect them economically because California and New York carries the fucking load. That's the deal that we have. And you need to stop making fun of the poor Southern whites because they're the ones protecting our ass. And the conservative states need to understand that we're paying your fucking bills. and we need each other that way. That's just where we're at.
Right.
So all this talk of we don't need you, we don't need them, is just irrelevant. Like we need the South just on that alone. And economically, California, New York alone pays 70% of the bills. And that's where we're at. Fair or unfair, that's just how we're at. And I don't know how you get past it.
I mean, I kind of agree, but I also kind of don't. Because I
I
don't
can
believe
understand
that
it.
those two states pay 70% of the bills.
I'll look it up, but it was like 70% of all the federal. I mean, California, New York is the economic. We're the fifth largest economy. California, New York alone has Wall Street, and we cover 70% of it. And for the liberal states who say fuck the South, we don't need them. The next day, you wouldn't have a military. Look what happens when you got rid of the police.
That's why we're the United States of America. Like,
oh, I understand. Look what happened when you got rid of the police.
Means?
We got rid of the police and fell apart. The police, and then we fell apart. You think without a military be any better? We'd be worse.
I mean, we need Alaska, Texas, Iowa, all that crap. We need oil, although thanks to some people, we are going to rely on other countries. We need food. Iowa grows a lot of corn, cattle. I mean, we need all the states. That's kind of like, again, why we work so well together. Hey, quick question. And one word answer. And we're not going to get into this because I've been into it before and I just can't do it anymore. Was the Afghanistan situation a complete and utter fuck up? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right, moving on.
But I mean, it depends what you. I mean, like I thought it was fucked up when we started. I think we had no plan in the middle.
I mean,
fucked up the ending too.
Yeah, no,
all of it was a fuck up.
You can't.
All of it.
Again, these people are fucking savages. You're not going to teach them anything.
It was fucked up from the start. Right, it was fucked up in the middle. It was fucked up in the end. Yeah, it was a dumb plan.
Savages. They do not want democracy. They want Sharia law, and they want to just be savages. So just fucking let them. But like I said, you just give them a warning. Say, hey, look, if you guys want to be savages and treat women horribly and all that stuff, and you do that, fine. But if you lay one finger anywhere near us, I will level your entire part of the world and make Hiroshima look like a walk in the park. And you should tell the same thing to Israel and be like, hey guys, I know you live here, and I'm sorry, but if these fuckers get 1 foot out of line and come near us, you're all gone. Cover your asses. But we can't do that because that's not diplomatic.
Dog-eat-dog world. I'm like, listen, dude. That footage they showed over the news about the plane leaving and all the people, a lot of blame goes to a lot of people in a pie chart, but part of that goes to like the people. We were there for 20 years and we spent $2 trillion, and you assholes couldn't, at least $2 trillion, like, and you guys couldn't put up a fight longer than 10 days. I understand the women and children being scared, running for the plane. Why are the men not grabbing their AKs and defending their fucking turf? Why are you running after this plane? You should be locking that shit down. We gave you 20 years of training and $2 trillion, and you assholes can't even put up a 10-day fight without complete collapse. You guys are fucking worthless. And we're right back where we started in 2001, where the Taliban takes over.
Yeah, we literally all those soldiers 20 years.
And the soldiers that died, dude, it's so insulting that we're right back where we started. And it's just like
worse off. They now have some of our shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it, dude. It was
a fucked up crap that works.
It was. We'll start with Bush. It was a war on terror. We got to stop them because that's where they're planning it. They planned this shit in Hamburg, Germany. You can plan an attack anywhere. It doesn't matter where they plan it. So you went in there for 20 years. We killed Osama even and defeated them, and we're still there. And our exit strategy was we'll take the soldiers out first and then the civilians. What a stupid fucking idea. You put the soldiers there to evacuate the civilians, evacuate the shit, leave the Afghan military with some of the stuff and say you're on your own from this date on, then you pull out the last troops. Anyone with half a brain could tell you that's how you do an exit if you're losing. You don't just abandon ship overnight and just run for the fucking hills. It was a bad entry in. It was bad while we were there for the 18 years, and these last two was just fucked.
All right, do you know what Minnie Mouse sounds like?
Minnie Mouse? What the fuck did you say?
Yeah,
Minnie Mouse.
yeah,
Mickey Mouse's wife? I don't know, I
yeah.
guess. Why?
Just answer the fucking question.
I said yes. Why?
I have a friend who sounds like Minnie Mouse.
That's annoying.
It's not.
You find that shit hot, don't you?
No, not a sicko.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool
Think
story.
about that though.
Cool story. What do you want me to say?
I don't know, man. I'm struggling.
You know what? I was looking for some new music, speaking of which, and there's a band called Greta Van Fleet. Have you
Yeah,
heard
I
of
know. I
them?
saw your stupid Facebook post. They suck.
They sound just like Led Zeppelin. He
Yeah,
sounds
but Led Zeppelin
identical.
sucks.
You don't like Led Zeppelin.
No, dude.
Do you
I
like
hate Led
rock to
Zeppelin.
begin with? Do you like rock?
I love classic rock. They're not classic
And
rock.
you hate Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, dude. I don't need like a
You're
Lord of the Rings
insane.
soundtrack.
Beyond that, they made many great songs
Name
outside
one.
of just that. Stairway to Heaven, Ramble On, When the Levee Breaks. I can keep going. They have a whole discography over 20 fucking years.
Yeah, and all of it sucks.
They were the pioneers of metal, them and Black Sabbath.
That wasn't metal.
For the time, the riffs they were
If
doing,
you
like Whole
think-
Lot of Love.
If you think Led Zeppelin was
Whole Lot of
metal,
Love.
we're no longer friends.
Whole Lot of Love.
I
Down and
don't-
now,
you
now,
can do
down,
this all you
down,
want.
down and now, now, down. That was one of the first metal riffs, along with Black
don't agree.
Sabbath's Paranoia album.
Okay.
No,
if
it's
you think
fact.
Black
It's
Sabbath
fact.
and Led Zeppelin, you probably like the Beatles, don't you, you little freak?
Not really. I think they're overrated, to be honest. I
Yeah,
never
so is
understood
Led
how they
Zeppelin.
get. Not even remotely close.
Hey,
You're the only
you
classic
like-
rock fan and not like Led Zepp.
No, they suck. And I hate Rush too.
And I know you hate it. That's another fucking insult to mankind, dude. What is wrong with you, man? I don't understand that.
I'll make it worse. I hate Styx.
Six is okay. I've never been a big fan either, to be
Okay,
honest.
but Rush sucks. You want to rock and roll? Okay. Stones.
I like early Rolling Stones.
Yeah, the blues.
Vietnam era Rolling Stone, 80s Rolling Stones onward, not really.
R.I.P. Charlie Watts. I don't think we covered that, but goodbye, buddy. You were all right. AC/DC is rock and roll.
Yep. I like both eras. Brian Scott and the singer who died before.
Okay, it's Bon Scott and Brian Johnson.
My bad. Byron
Let's be
Scott, I get
clear.
confused because of the Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean,
yeah.
the Lakers, because basketball and AC/DC are like this.
They had a player named Byron Scott in the 80s
Okay.
as well, when AC/DC was popular. I get confused. My bad. Yeah.
All right, that's rock and roll. You want to talk about some other rock and roll? Not
Metallica?
Journey.
You like
Huh?
Metallica? Metallica.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call them rock and roll.
They're metal. That's why they're called Metallica. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're metal and they're not classic rock and roll yet. Because like CCR was rock and roll.
No, I consider
Chuck
Metallica
Berry was
classic
rock and roll.
metal.
I mean, if we really want to talk about it. And I mean, Metallica was, I mean, they're in a league of their own, just like
They were
what-
hardcore.
Well, no, but they also like they were so in tune with their fans, it wasn't even funny. Like Metallica until the Napster debacle never big timed anyone. Like they were the ones that, remember, and the only reason I know this is kind of I watched this like documentary where, believe it or not, a guy from AC/DC interviewed Lars, and they talked about like how Metallica got started and all this stuff, and like Metallica used to do like a live stream. I know that's not what it was called back then, but they did like a live stream from backstage before their concerts for the fans. And they'd be like, "Hey man, we're back here having a couple beers, we're hanging out. Are you guys ready to rock? We're getting ready." Like their fans made them who they are, and everybody would say, "Well, yeah, you're the fans." No, the fans did it. They didn't get airtime and stuff like that. The fans made Metallica who they are. And Metallica
Fine, but
fed
they
those
still
fans.
pioneered metal. Like they were one of the pioneers of it. Them and Iron Maiden, to me, blew up metal in the 80s when you had
Yeah,
journey.
hairband pussies.
And as much as I love Van Halen, I like Eddie Van Halen because he's honestly one of the best guitarists ever. Van Halen, when they had David Lee Roth, was rock. And then when they had Sammy Hagar, they became pop synth rock. And it's okay. But Eddie Van
Okay, but
Halen,
David Lee Roth was a piece of shit, and that's why I don't like him. Because
fine. But I'm saying it's just their early albums, that was rock. And then they had synth wave rock, like Jump and all that shit.
yeah, but
Fine. Fine.
I don't know, man. Like Sammy Hagar, like Mas Tequila is a great rock and roll song.
Pound Cake was a great one
Yeah.
too. I like him.
And he have you ever heard his band Chickenfoot?
No, I have not.
Check it out.
I will. But yeah, dude, all those classic rock bands, which I now consider, it's been the '80s was 40 years ago. They're now classic rock.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about 60s, 70s.
60s, 70s. That's like ancient rock. That was like by this point.
Clapton was classic rock.
Eric Clapton, Ted Nugent was the shit. He pioneered some riffs, Stranglehold, all that
Still
shit.
the
Even if you don't
hardest
like,
Guitar Hero song.
he had the best right hand in the business, dude. He could riff like none other. Ted Nugent.
No.
His right hand, not his left, his right. He could just bounce around like it was nothing.
Yeah, no.
No,
There's
yeah.
way better guitar players than him.
No, I'm talking like his right hand, as far as like the fretting. He was great at that.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your guitar talk, hippie.
Well, fretting, like Eddie Van Halen pretty much perfected it. Fretting the guitar. Just jumping around, all that shit.
Stevie Ray Vaughan was pretty good at that.
He was good. Eric Clapton was good. Even if you hate Led Zeppelin, which I don't understand it. Jimmy Page, guitarist, was excellent. Hendrix, of course. Yeah, all of them. All those guys. And anyway, Greta Van Fleet at least are bringing back that classic rock sound, which has been missing for at least 15, 20 years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, today's music is awful. It's not even music. It's just fucking noise.
Today's rock, I mean, I had to go back to like Foo Fighters, which I kind of liked. But yeah, anyway, music scene, yeah, I think is mostly trash now. It's all auto-tune and bullshit. And it's just been taken over by rap, which some rap I actually kind of like.
Of course,
black side. That's my black side. Some of it I like. A lot of it not really.
Do I know any of it?
Well, I'll give you a '90s one, which is more like blues rap. You ever listen to Tribe Called Quest?
Wait,
I like
Tribe Called West.
A Tribe Called Quest.
Oh yeah,
they only made 4 albums,
yeah,
but
I've heard of them.
I like Tribe. They have a good sound to them. It's not annoying rap. They actually have deep lyrics, and the beats are good, and the flow is good.
I mean, Rapper's Delight is the greatest rap song ever. Like those guys go on for like 15 minutes and don't.
That was good.
Anything.
The Low End Theory album is one of the best of all time, even if you don't like rap. That's good.
I mean, Tupac could rap.
Tupac was good. Biggie Smalls had some good flow to him. I love
Rage could rap.
I loved NWA, dude. That gangster rap shit, that was pretty cool.
Don't say it. We can't.
I know, but NWA back in the day was the shit.
Were you even old? Were you even alive in the 90s?
I was born in '94.
Oh no.
Is that not the 90s?
Okay, were you like 6 with your Walkman? Just like
Walkman.
You don't even know what a Walkman is, do you?
I had a CD player, a cassette player, and then eventually I had the iPod. Yeah.
But you had a Discman.
Yeah, I had that.
Like I had a Walkman. Like you.
Yeah, I know the cassettes. The cassettes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was portable.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Back in the '80s when you were doing your Jane Fonda workouts, you probably had that shit on blast. Yeah, man.
I'm over here listening to ABBA, just like
and 1 and 2 and 3.
7-year-olds in a diaper with a jug of Kool-Aid.
Dude, I'll be honest. Sugar. I think we had this discussion. We talked about which decade we'd like to have. I would be fine living in the '80s or '90s. I think that was like a lot of things.
The 1840s, like the Wild Wild West, where I could just shoot people who piss me off.
Now that life is too hard, man. You got 16-hour work. Everyone's dead by the age of 35.
I'm fine with that.
No, give me the fun. Give me the '80s and the '90s where everything was clicking and rocking.
How about the '20s, man? Like the Roaring '20s. Like
Yeah,
prior to
the World War One
Prohibition.
ends. The World War One end at that time. I think they
Yeah,
did.
and you get
I
all
can
the
take the
flapper
20s.
girls.
Do that. Yeah. I mean, like bathing was a luxury. Like, oh, he has a tub. It's just
I mean, you are speaking my language.
you have one of those big ass cars with
The
like the
worst
horn.
parts of my day.
You gotta like
Here you go. In order, the worst parts of my day. A, crapping out whatever I ate and drank the night before. Sometimes it's painful. B, having to bathe.
you see, I actually love showering. That's like my free time. That's where I can just relax and turn my brain off. I love showers. I'd be in the shower for 10 hours a day if I could. That's like my thing. Like you like shaving. That's your thing. I could be in a shower all day and just think to myself and clear my head and get the fuck out of everyone's way. Um, Dude, I just want to work. When I go to work,
Do you
clock
cry?
in, no, clock in, work hard, clock out. If I fraternize with anyone after work, that is the fruits of my labor. We can get beers after. But when I'm at work, I don't want to be bothered. I want to be the alpha and the omega of my domain. Get the fuck out of my way and let me handle this shit. And then when I'm done for the day, I clock out. I'm up at 6 o'clock every morning, staying late until 5:36. I'm working and I don't want anybody to bother me. I don't want
Kyle,
shit.
welcome to the real world, man.
No, I'm not complaining about it. That's my thing. I want everyone to get out of my way. I
And
don't
then
want to
one
be
day,
bothered.
somebody who sounds like Minnie Mouse will show up, and you'll just have to smash your hand with a hammer.
It's just people fuck around. Dude, I tell people all the time, and people seem to forget this old Protestant work ethic that made us great for what we are. When you go to work, it is a place of money, it's a place of business, it's a place of greed, it's a place of competition. That's it. I don't know any man that wakes up in the morning driving to work thinking, "Oh, I wonder if our work culture feels like a family today." I don't buy into any of that modern bullshit. I don't
I,
care if we're a
Kyle,
family.
I want to be a family. Kyle, you don't want to fraternize with everyone?
I do after hours. That's my point. The fruits of our labor allows me to get this reward at the end of the day to go out for beers. I don't need my work life to be home 2.0. If you want family, you take your ass right back home to mom and dad or get yourself a wife or a girlfriend or some shit or a husband. I want to go to work. I want to work hard and I want to clock out. And after I clock out, if I'm in the mood, I'll go out. If not, I just want to take my ass home and not be bothered. That's just more me. I don't want to be fucked with by anybody.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything ever either. The booze is cheaper at my house. I like my house, and I don't like you.
Fine. I mean, but people forget that. Like, let's make the work culture a family. Let's have team bonding moments. I don't need that shit. I really don't. I want to know, can you do your job so I can do mine?
Hey, when are we getting tattoos?
Bachelor party, son. That's
What are
probably
we
when it will
getting?
happen. We're gonna get a ready for Hillary tattoo for you and a Make America Great Again tattoo for me,
I have a
right
better
on
idea.
on our tramp stamp, just right above the ass.
You're getting Dutch on your shoulder, and I'm getting Blippo on mine.
It's kind of gay, but okay.
What do you mean, gay?
I mean, get another man's tattoo. I mean, I wouldn't get Steve McQueen tattooed on
I would. I'd get his face on my ass.
me.
I mean, I really would.
I would remember on Bullet where he rams the car off the road and crashes into the gas station. I would get a tattoo of it on my ass, and when I spread my butt apart, my
It
butthole is the
blows up.
explosion. And I just have one of those. you know,
That's
I
why I
could have
always
one of
wanted
those.
like a tattoo of a star on the head of my dick, so I could have a shooting star.
You see, I was telling a certain someone that I may or may not be involved with. I want like tattoos right above the pubes, where it's like your favorite character
Oh, dude,
pushing a
I have
lawnmower.
those. It looks like eyes. All right, we're in a holding pattern because Kyle's yelling at his domestic partners. Throw something. Pick it up and throw it.
Now it was about food and dinner. Never mind.
Okay, but I have that. Did you
I
not
bet you
see?
do. I don't want to see it.
Oh no, it's not like weird, but yeah, look. They
Okay,
look like eyes if you're down
that's good, dude. We just lost a shitload of sponsors.
there.
That's great.
But I just
That's
gained some
great.
others.
That's true. Hey, ladies, single and ready to mingle.
Yeah, I
There
mean,
you go.
I'm super ready. Except it makes me cry.
I just I don't know, man. What were we talking about?
Yeah,
Just
we're
I don't want
talking
to get
about my
into
reverse
work,
tramp stamp and how we're
reverse
gonna
stream
get that
stamps.
tattooed on your face so they match up together when you're sucking on me.
That's cool, dude. I'd love that. Get a shooting star up in the air. Definitely. Let's pretend airplanes, the night sky, are shooting stars. Has some pop music going. Some gay shit. That's
And then
one of the
some
gay.
Steve Perry ballad is screaming in the background and then starts bumping in, and that's when we get our
Somewhere out
tattoos.
there is a porno writer whose like job is to write gay porn script. He's taking copious notes as we speak.
Yeah, but think about that. If you were a gay porn writer, do you have to be gay?
No, you can write a script. You don't have to be anything. Do you have to be the president of the United States to write The West Wing? No, you can be anything.
Yeah, but that crap's inaccurate. But if you want to make like, and I know porn isn't believable. Shut up, nerds. I can hear everybody now.
Do you watch it for the story? Who cares about the story?
I mean, I think women do.
The story?
Wait, are you telling me that women watch porn just like I do?
I don't know anyone that
Like
watches
on
porn for the
mute
story. For
and
the story?
shamefully in a closet? Yeah, of
I
course,
don't know
dude.
about that, but no one watches it for the story. Oh, I wonder if this milkman or this electrician's really going to fix her circuit. No,
I mean, it'd be a bummer if he didn't.
it's not supposed to. Oh, the plumber, I got a leaky faucet. Oh, gee, I can't wait for him to fix that faucet. Said no one ever.
I know, but he could smash her and then fix the faucet. That's just polite. Actually, that's just life.
I mean, you get what you
Fix
get.
stuff around the house, sleep with your wife.
Dude, speaking of which, have you heard of Rent-A-Gent? Have you heard about this new phenomenon? It's exactly
Uh,
what it sounds like.
you
So you
rent
have
a boyfriend?
older, yeah, no, you have, yeah, it's like a boyfriend experience, kind of like how men for a long time had girlfriend experience, rent a strip, some shit like that, escorts. It's now starting to become popular with women, older women who
You
are way
understand
past their
that's just
prime.
a hooker, right?
You tell that to women, man, because for a long time they would demonize men and say, "Oh, you're renting an escort for a girlfriend experience." Rent-A-Gent's becoming popular because
Kyle,
a
this
lot
is
of
not a new thing.
it's blowing up, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I think you just
Rent-A-Gent.
are figuring it out.
No, I mean it was
Older
always sort
women
of
have
there,
paid younger men to hang out with them since the beginning of time.
but now it's becoming more mainstream. Is my point.
Okay, how do I sign up for this?
I don't know. Go find it. Why do you think you have 40 strip clubs for women and like one, or I mean, for men and one for women? Because it was
That's why
always
I said because I
unpopular
think women want the story.
for porn. Okay, fine, I
Isn't a
guess.
strip club just like more expensive porn?
Okay, so for all the people who are going to watch this, you ladies, you tell us if you watch porn for the story. Because I don't.
They
No one
have
does.
much more specific. What I've learned is like a woman likes A, and they always that's just their go-to. And we've talked about this. Like your porn changes.
Well, yeah, in time.
I mean, my history is. I mean, I should probably see a psychiatrist. Like I'm not gonna beat around the bush.
Well, I mean, did you hear this? I gotta find this article. Yeah, an article. Most men today, by the time they hit 29, I think it was something like 50% of them are still virgins by the time they're 29 today. Shocking to read, but I can believe it. So you have a bunch of dudes who will just latch on to porn because what else do you have?
Chicks.
Well, you tell me. How come? I mean, I don't know. Most men are 29 and still a virgin. Not there's anything wrong if that's who you are. That's a religious thing. Fine, I get that. But I mean, you can't get any pussy at all on
No,
your
no.
own
It's
accord.
if it's a religious thing, you probably are married before 29.
Probably. I don't know.
How are you 29 and still a virgin?
By choice. I mean, not by choice. That's my point. Not by choice. That was the
Yeah,
article.
but
It's like
that's the difference, man. It's like when you were a kid, your mom was like, "Hey, quit touching that. Get your hands out of your pants. Pull your
I
pants
mean,
up."
When I was growing up, they gave me the talk and they said, be safe and use this thing called a condom and have at it.
No, I mean generally. Like when you were 5, you had your hands in your pants all. I did. I still have my hands in my pants, and
Well,
everyone's
yeah,
always
I
like,
mean, it's
"Hey,
natural.
out! Come on, company's over. Put on some pants." But a little girl, their parents were like, "That's special. Don't let anybody touch that." All I
Sure.
was taught was, "I don't touch it."
No, you
Only
don't touch it
girls.
unless if it's your own downtime. That's the unspoken rule.
No, I don't think my parents, when I was 5, said,
Surely your parents must have understood when you're alone in your bedroom at night or you have a really long shower. They probably could assume.
"Yeah, but
Most
we
parents
didn't
aren't that
talk about
stupid.
that. They were
Of course, you
Catholic."
didn't talk about it, but everyone just kind of knew that's what you're doing.
No, I didn't need a long shower. 30, 45 seconds, I'm
Or in your
done.
bedroom or whatever. But you did that, But back then, you didn't have internet. You had magazines.
No, I had girlfriends.
Oh, I know. Well, that's my point. I mean, in this article, you get
And
29. You're
I'm like,
no.
I can't remember if I was 15 or 16, but my old man walked in on me with a young lady. Actually, she wasn't
Um,
that young. She was like 19.
so my dad walked in on me too. Well, I told you this other story when I was with an ex whose name I will not say.
But we know her.
Her dad found out and was hella
No, did
pissed.
he find out or did he like literally walk in on
He
you
didn't walk
behind
in.
her?
Well, I told you he read messages, which he should not have read.
Oh, no. Mine
That was
walked in
funny.
and I'm behind her like putting in work.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, like he.
But you see, most dads wouldn't have a problem with that. You just have a very
Oh no,
traditional
mine
Catholic
went
dad.
nuts. He hated me for, well, to this day.
Hmm. That's the exception. Most dads wouldn't give a shit. They'd
Yeah,
be like, I'm
most
proud
dads
of your
would high
son.
five you.
Yeah.
Mine
I
made
mean,
me go to church the next day and tell the priest, and I was like, "Yeah." So I was smashing her and got interrupted, and he was like, "You're 14." It's like, "Yeah, I'm a little rusty, but."
give me one quick second. Well, I'll tell you my theory.
I already told you the theory. This isn't a theory; it's fact.
No, I'm talking about today. Why are half the men at age 29 virgins and not by choice?
I tell you
How is
right
that
now.
possible?
I know. I can fix this.
They can't all be creeps and losers and overweight.
It's right here. Because these guys at 29 have never actually spoken to a woman.
You know what? That's a
And
very
I mean
strong
spoken.
point.
I don't mean text. Because I can say some horribly dirty shit over text. Now, again, this is hypothetical. I can say some really dirty stuff over text because it's impersonal. In person, it might be different. That's it right there. Because me personally, I can go up to any girl, any bar. I can lick her ear and say, "Hey, come with me. We'll be out of that bathroom in 5 minutes."
See, your approach was different, but yeah, we learned social skills at an early age, like how to just go up to any woman. My go-to line, I would say, "Hey, how are you? My name's Kyle. How are you? How's your night
Duh,
going?"
I'm
Blah blah blah.
joking. God damn it.
And then I would say something like, "My kill line was, hey, we should go out for dinner one of these nights. Worst case scenario, you hate me completely. You have a cool story, tell all your friends the next day. Best case scenario, you fall madly in love with me, and then we gotta do it all over again. But one step at a time." And that was pretty smooth. And most chicks would be like, "Are you
I'm
fucking serious? You
stealing
that
that
cocky?"
now.
Yeah, that was my go-to, and that shit would work. I liked my chances 9 out of 10 times.
I mean, my go-to was it's short and fat with one hell of a hook. It's kind of like if you break a Pringles can in half.
Okay, Dutch, we're talking about your penis, not Charles Barkley. you know.
Okay, I'm sorry. If you took a Slim Jim and broke it in half.
But that was my go-to line with a straight face, with a cocky attitude,
It's
and
like
chicks
a
would love
bent
that
tuna
shit.
can.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a dry carp that was left out in the sun for too long. But that was my go-to line, dude, and that shit would work 9 out of 10 times. I had no issues.
Mine was
6 foot
really just,
tall,
"Hey,
good-looking guy. I
I
liked my chances.
I'm Dutch. Can I buy you a drink?" It's
Yeah,
like, okay.
but that's my point. You and
And
I
then
just
that's when I
learned
pour the
social
drugs in
skills.
there and it would work. I mean,
Let's
yeah.
be honest, dude. I mean, you were attractive from a young age, as would I, and we learned some social skills, and the world was our oyster. And it's just like, you guys need to learn just how to talk, just how to make an
Dude,
approach.
have you, I mean, not that I would lower myself to this, but I might have. Have you ever been on a dating site where you have to go through like 14 hours or days of just pointless crap? When it's just like, okay, I like you, you like me, let's have a drink. We could talk about all this crap there.
And they ghost you and they don't respond and they make an
No,
excuse.
it's
I
not
don't
even
want to see
that.
you in person, or
It's not even that. It's just you have to go through all because there's no openings. And then finally she's like, "Yeah, my dog's really nice." And you're like, "Okay, we have to go get a drink or I'm going to kill myself."
and then what do you talk about then? Because we talked about
Oh, I can
everything.
talk about anything. That's what
Oh, I
we didn't
can too, but
plan
it's
this
like,
podcast. I mean,
why
yeah,
do
I
you
can
want?
ramble.
Yeah, but it's like, why do you want all that? Like, let's meet at a public place, not some sketchy back alley. And if
Oh
you
no,
like
I
how I
like the back
look,
alleys. Where am I going to buy drugs and all that from? I mean,
but I
we
don't
want to
know,
have a
man.
good date, don't we?
I think social media ruined our culture
No,
completely.
the texting
It's
did.
just
That was it.
no, that with social media just completely ruined it. It's just people don't have an approach.
Like literally,
They
the
don't know
next
how to
person
talk.
who asks me is like, "Hey, are you a big texter?" No, I'm not. I fucking hate texting.
I don't like it either. I just do it out of convenience. I don't,
Oh yeah, no, no. You and I have the perfect texting relationship. I love how you don't respond with okay. I send you something. It's like, hey man, we'll play Xbox in 45 minutes, and in 45 minutes, you're on Xbox. It's 2021. I know you saw the message. You do not have to respond okay to that. I get it. Or if you text me and like, hey man, I'm busy tonight, I can't make it. I don't have to respond, okay. I read it, I know, we're fine.
I think the also problem is that texting, we talked about this in the old days. You had to pick up a phone call,
Oh
hold a
god.
conversation,
Oh, her
not
mom
have
would
dead
answer and you'd
spots.
have to be like, hi, is Julie
Mom
there?
would answer. If someone picked up the phone, if someone went on AOL, it would crash. Remember that shit? You had to
Dial
carry a
up.
conversation, dude. You would come home from football practice and like, I gotta call this girl, and it would be in like an event at school. Oh my god, I gave her my number. I hope you go. Now with texting, you send a text. I can wait 12 minutes and get the perfect response. Send
12,
another
you can get
text. Wait 30
13
minutes.
seconds.
But people just take their time, and then you go in person. It's like, oh, I can't. I gotta keep talking. It's like you don't know how to ping and pong, just how to have conversation, just back and
They
forth,
have
and
no
just
clue.
conversate. It's like some of y'all don't, and not just the men, but the women too. It's like
That's
you live
why
in
we have
this.
29-year-old virgins.
It's like I met a girl who like, what do you do for fun? And she says, I sit by the pool. Because in her head, she thinks that just because she has 30,000 likes on her bikini pic, that should mean something.
I mean, in her defense, I sit by the pool for fun in the sun. That's
Okay,
awesome for me.
fine. But it's like, I know you're hot. That's why we're on this date. But like, that's all you have is I sit by the pool. It's like, well, I'm a model. It's like, no, but you're not. Like, is Vogue magazine calling your ass? No,
I mean,
then you're
I'm a
not.
model.
I mean, okay, it's like when you're a businessman. It's like when men say they're an entrepreneur. That can mean anything. You could be the CEO of Apple. You could be pushing the hot dog cart. Both of them are entrepreneurs. It's like when men brag and say, entrepreneur is code to me. You're a broke ass motherfucker, and here you are making a pitch because we
Okay,
went to high school together.
you have to add one adjective. I'm a successful entrepreneur.
You could be the most successful hot dog cart pusher in all of LA.
I know, and you have like 1,400 hot dog carts
That's
and
different. Okay,
you're
so you run
rolling
a
in the
big.
dough.
Okay, but most entrepreneurs don't lead by saying I'm an entrepreneur. You
No,
just say I'm a
nobody does.
businessman. I have my
No, you
company.
don't even say that. You say, I'm Derek.
People my point is, yeah, you have a title that people can understand. My name is Derek. I'm the vice president of sales at so and so. I know what that means. You don't come out and just say I'm an entrepreneur.
I don't even say
If
my
you're
job.
okay,
That
but if
doesn't
you're a
matter.
real, my point is, if you're a real entrepreneur, you don't say you're
All
an
right, I'll
entrepreneur.
pay for dinner. Don't worry about it. That's it.
You don't look at the
I
bill.
have
You
a
throw the
job.
card in and you just pass it back to the waiter. You don't even have to look at the bill. Here's the card. Boom.
Nah, you give it to him before dinner.
Well, that too. Hey, I want two dry martinis every 15 minutes, so one of us passes the fuck out.
No, I need just whiskey in a glass.
Mm.
And if I find ice in it, I will chop someone's fucking hand off.
So let's talk about our drink routines. Like if money's not an issue, which for you it is, and for me, I kind of got a budget. But I start off with Johnny Walker Black on the Then I wake my way up to a nice, pint of beer of choice. I'll usually go for either a Blue Moon or a Stella. Then after that, I will make my way to a White Russian, and after the White Russian, maybe another Scotch to finish it off.
And do
That's
you
what I
wake
do.
up with the worst headache known to mankind,
I'm
shitting your
getting
pants and vomiting all over the floor?
no, I got more tolerance now, so I gotta drink that much just to get maybe a buzz.
All right, this is my drink routine. I drink Budweiser until cocktail time, and then I drink whiskey.
Well, do you slam them down one after you shotgun that shit like a six pack?
Six pack. You're so
What am I
cute.
saying? I know. What am I saying?
I think I
Woe
had
is
like
me.
30 today.
You could definitely outdrink me. You're bigger than me. I know you could.
Yeah, I'm. Oh. No, but all right. So I'm a little older than you, clearly. Um, I drink Budweiser during the day. Okay, like on the weekends. I don't drink on a Monday. Well, tomorrow I will because it's a holiday. But like Tuesday, I'm not going to drink Budweiser throughout the day. But I can promise you this: come cocktail time, I'm having whiskey, and I just stick with whiskey. And I drink a gallon or gallon and a half a week.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
And
it's
what you do is you take your Yeti here and you put some ice to about right there. Okay? And then you fill the Yeti with whiskey to the ice. And then you splash it with Coke. And that's what I drink.
so I have a story to tell. When I was in high school, I forgot his name. He was our math teacher. We would all make jokes. He would come in. He was a large, obese man, and he would come in every day with a double gulp from 7-Eleven. We thought it was soda, but someone could swear getting close there was vodka in there. And progressively throughout the day, he would just act worse. And we all just kind of knew that this guy was drinking on the job as a teacher. And we're like, we always wondered what was in that double gulp that he brought every day. It had to be mixed with some. He would just get progressively more hostile throughout the day. And we
I mean,
just were like,
I
this
get
guy's doing
nicer
something.
when I drink. Like you can tell when it's like 4:30, 4:45 because I'm literally like ready to murder someone. But as
So
soon as
you're
I get
you're you're happy drunk is what you are.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I'm in
Um,
between. I'm between happy and pissed. It just depends the company I'm with, honestly.
well, I don't hang out
Um,
with people that would piss me off.
True. But I mean, even if I'm with people I like, at a certain point, I just want, I'm more on the introvert side,
Yeah,
believe it or
that's why I
not.
don't
Like,
go
I need
out and I sit at home.
silence.
Yeah, shut up.
See,
It's
that's what I
fun.
love about RJ, because I told her straight up, like, what's going to be like when we're married? And I'm like, dude, if I'm having a bad day, you need to understand. I need 15 minutes of silence when I walk in. It's not that I don't love you. I need 15 minutes of silence, and then I'll do whatever the fuck you want. We can talk. He's like, oh, I totally understand.
Have
It's one of
you
the many
met
reasons I
her?
love it. Yeah.
You
What
realize
the
she
fuck?
doesn't stop talking, right?
Well, she's excited. That's why. But she understands when I'm having a bad day. Like, Kyle, 15 minutes, and after that, we're cool.
I
But I
don't
can't
even
come
need to have a
home.
bad day. You realize she never stops talking, right?
It was the first time she met you. The
Okay, I'm
fact that
pretty
my
sure.
fiance met you before I did in
Okay,
person is a
again,
fucking sin.
I'm pretty sure she was in the next room still talking.
Mm.
No one was there. She was just talking.
RJ, if you're watching this, I love you, honey. Don't
No,
worry.
I like you too, RJ. You're great, but I mean, I did the double knock.
See, here's the thing. Like, she's more. I'm more social. I can be super social and put on a good act. I can. I can go out and talk to people. I have that
I
confidence.
can't. I'm
She
terrified
is
of
the
people.
opposite. She has to build her way up with people,
No,
where
she
I can just
doesn't.
go in. Oh no, dude! I'm telling you, even when she met, she's putting on, like, it takes a lot. I know her what she's
I
like. Like,
met
she's
her in
even
a
told me
parking
many times.
lot and she talked for 3 hours.
I know she can be like a nervous talker, as far as I know, but like people are like that. Whereas me, I have no problem going up to people and starting conversations. I don't want to, but I can do that.
Oh no, I want to. I love talking to people. Actually, I don't want to talk to you. I want you to listen to me. I'd be a great speech giver. Like you just
I'm
tell
the
me what.
opposite. I like, if I have to be in a room, I like to listen more than talk because I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be fucked with.
No, I
What do
don't
you
want to
need?
hear
Get the
what you
shit
have
out
to
your
say.
mouth. Get the shit out your mouth. What do you want? And then ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. We're done.
I promise whatever
That's
you have
it.
to say is less awesome than what I do. So just shut
Oh,
up and let me
okay.
talk to the masses.
Well, let me ask you this. When someone tells a story, do you like backstory or do you like to just get to the point? I don't need backstory. I don't, oh, dude, let me tell you about my weekend. Oh, dude,
Wait a
something
minute.
crazy happened, man. And like, okay, what happened? Well, first of all, man, I woke up at 7:30 on the wrong side of the bed. And I got to find my mom. And I almost flew off the side of the freeway. And then I was at this red light. And I don't need that. I'm not interested in that. I don't,
You don't like my backstory?
your backstories are fun. I'm saying for most people, I don't need all this
Yeah,
shit.
because most people suck at telling stories.
Yeah, but that's why I don't want backstory with most people. I don't care.
That's why those people shouldn't talk, and we should just let the professionals fucking do it.
That's the thing. It takes energy for me to talk. Dude. I'm introvert. It's an energy thing.
Like, I'll tell you a story.
Oh, fuck.
So, I'm tired of jacking off to weird porn, right?
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's not quite working anymore. You've been there. I've been there. We've all been there. This quick disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. Jesus Christ. I feel like I say that a lot. Okay. So I'm tired of doing this. So I hop on the old interwebs. And I sign up for a dating site, and
Which one? I'm curious. Which one? Do you remember? Which one? Do you remember?
Hypothetical story, Kyle. This never actually happened.
Oh, well, then what the fuck are you talking? Ah, shit.
Okay, no, this is a real one. Okay. So I hop onto a dating site, and I don't know one. Tell me, what's the name of it?
Is it Bumble where the women have to talk first?
So we're on Rumble, and
not Rumble. Rumble's the gay one. Bumble is the women one.
Yeah, we're on Rumble.
Oh, so you're talking to dudes?
Okay. Yeah, I accidentally joined a gay dating site.
Oh, this is part of the story.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm on there, and
how the fuck do you not know that? How the fuck do you not know that shit?
I matched with a lot of dudes, and I
bet you did. You big grizzly bear.
Find the girl option.
I bet you couldn't. Yeah.
Okay.
What was your first hint?
When a lot of dudes sent me dick pics.
I bet they did.
Okay. And we're not saying that we're bad. Like, I don't know why girls are so pissed off about dick pics. Like, you put it in your mouth, but you don't want to see it.
If it's uncalled for, I mean, I get it.
I mean, I think a dick pic is always called for.
For some women, it's not.
Okay, but you know, I'm never going to turn down a titty pic.
We're men. We're different. Who would turn down? Unless you're obese. I don't want that shit.
No, I'm fine.
I don't want your fat pancake titties that mop the fucking floor.
I'm fine with those.
I don't need that.
Small, I love them all.
That fucking beam me up, Scotty. You gotta fucking lift them up and shit.
No, big or small, I love them all. And to quote Rodney Carrington, if you're a big fat man, well, I'm a titty man, and I'd love to see yours too. So I'm on Rumble, and I'm getting a lot of guys. Which, you know, I wasn't like angry. I was just like, yeah, I mean, everybody loves me, but where are the chicks? And it turns out I went on like 4 or 5 dates. Rumble was the gay app. I was looking for Bumble.
Cool story, Dutch. Interesting. Great.
I hop on Bumble. Story. Shut up, nerd. Listen. Then I hop on Bumble. And as I understand it, you can't message them. Which goes against everything that I know in my soul.
Well, no, you can message them, but when they respond, you can message them more.
No.
I think.
I don't think.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I forgot. You have to match with them, and then it's a message first. Yeah, you're right.
They have to. Right. So that goes against everything I know in this world. Because usually I make a tractor beam and start talking.
As most real men do. Not to say that women can't hit on men. That's fine. But, I mean, if we want you, we'll let you know. I get it.
So then, you know, you get messages that are like, hi. Okay.
What would you ideally like them to say?
Huh?
What would you ideally like them to say? First. Have an opening line like mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, but women don't act that way.
Okay, but no, you want because again, I didn't know that they had to message first, but I feel like they did.
Well, they have to, so they message you first.
Okay,
That's the whole
if
point of that app.
if you have to message first, you better damn well have something better than hi.
Good point.
Like if my profile says, "Hey, I like whales," fucking hi, I'm Bethany. I read your profile. It's nice. I like whales too. I'm also an English major and I'm very focused on my career. How's your week going? And I could respond and be like, "Hi, Bethany. My week's going pretty well. How is your week going? What interests you about whales? What did you want to do with that English degree?" And then Bethany would respond and be like, "My week is okay. I'm at work because I'm career driven. I like whales because I think it's amazing how something so big can swim so fast in the ocean. Also, I wanted to be a writer with my English major. Turns out, writing doesn't make any money. So now I don't use it. I'm a dental assistant." And I would say, "Okay, Bethany, that's why I like whales. I also wanted to be a writer. I also realized it didn't make any money. I'm now a contractor too. I am still passionate about reading and writing." Now, again, we're going to use some adjectives and some better conversation than that, but that's how a conversation would go.
No, I get it. I mean, see, when I was dating online, I was fucking terrible because I'm an in-person dude. Like, I want to actually see you and talk to you, make my approach. The online shit is just, it's too, in theory, it makes things easier. And in practice, it just makes things harder. I don't want to have to go back and
Especially
forth
if
with
you're
this
on the gay
shit.
site.
Well, I guess that's, dude, when I was at West Hollywood where I live, I used to get hit on guys all the time. I can get free drinks all day if I wanted. I had dudes hitting on me left and right like I was a hot piece of ass.
And then you
For
got
real.
started going bald and
Well, no, I still got my hair. My It's hot and humid, so my hair's all frizzy. I didn't shower today. But no, I can still get it. For real. Dude, I have high school seniors who are 18, 19 who still think I'm attractive. I mean, it's just a
men?
thing. It's girls, I guess, and gay guys too. I mean, it's just I still have it. I'm not that old. But like I'm
Are you
pretty well
implying
put
I'm that
together.
old?
No, I'm saying like you take care of your body, have a nice face, I can talk, and that alone puts me a cut above the rest.
Okay, I
That's
have
how
one of
low the
those
world has
three and
got.
I'm still above. Like, I do not have a nice body. According to my BMI, I am obese and should seek professional help. But I'll
See, I
whip
think the
your ass.
BMI is a piece of shit. You know,
Um,
I don't.
as for a pretty face, no, I have a ruggedly handsome face. I look like a man.
That's still handsome. That's attractive. Some women want the handsome, rugged man. Some want pretty boy. Some want, oh, he looks like a nerd with his glasses on, so cute. I mean, there's all types of chicks who
That's
like
why
all types
Kyle's
of
wearing his
shit.
glasses. He's trying to pick up chicks via our podcast.
Yeah, if there's any, well, RJ, if you allow it, let's see how many of you. And don't be fucking ugly. If you're ugly, don't waste your fucking time. I don't want your asses, hitting on me. You take your fat ass back over to KFC, get yourself a 10 piece, and leave me the fuck alone. I don't want
Kyle's
to deal with
words,
your
not
asses.
mine. Do not. Do
You would
not.
say the same shit. I don't want heavy obese chicks. Y'all can fuck right off.
That might be my thing.
You go right to Dutch. I don't need this shit.
Give me some sugar. I like my women like I like my chicken with a little bit of fat on the end. Not too short, not
I'm
too
not trying to
skinny.
do
Just enough to
bench
make me
presses.
grin.
Yeah, I don't, no, sorry, fat chicks. I love you, but not in that way.
I don't think you can
Get
call them
your
that
asses.
anymore.
I'll call them whatever the fuck I want.
I don't think you
You're
can.
big. Person of size. I'm sorry. Person
There
of
you go.
size. There you go. Fat ass. That's another word I could use.
All right, so can I finish my Rumble or whatever the fuck this was called?
So you went on Bumble and then you couldn't, the women were uninteresting to you. Cool.
I'm not done. Then we went out for tacos. She took a bite of my taco. We were done.
Because you took a bite of your food?
Yeah.
You obviously don't know women, do they? Will always take whatever you
Okay,
ordered.
it's my food.
whatever. They do it. They take a bite of your
Excuse
food.
me, you could have ordered the same thing I did. There's no golden rule. I fucking hate that when people are like, "Hey man, what are you gonna get?" I'm gonna get a cheeseburger. Oh, I was gonna get that. You can still do that.
Cool. She wanted one bite. I wouldn't end it just on that. I've seen all far worse than that shit.
Oh,
Take a
I've
bite of
seen
my
far
food.
worse. We can't talk about worse. What's the worst
Yeah.
date? All right, two questions, and we'll wrap this up. What's the worst date you've ever been on?
Oh, are we playing Xbox after this?
Uh, no, tomorrow.
No, I get it.
Tomorrow's streaming
Um,
night. What's the worst date you've ever been on?
I told you I'm lucky, dude. I haven't had any horror stories. I've had dates that were uninteresting
You've never
and
walked out on a date?
came close, but it wasn't like horror story. It was just there's nothing in common. This is a waste of my time. Especially if you're rude. If you're gonna be on your phone the whole that happened once. I paid for my shit and you're paying for yours because I'm not having fun with this. I've had shit like that. But outside of that, I've never had anything horrible. Thank God.
I want to get arrested.
Okay.
Well, we know the blood story.
That.
That's a classic. Yeah, I mean, I've had really bad ones, but I've had some good ones that have ended up being really bad later.
Oh yeah. That's people in general. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't know why can't you just be fucking normal? Like any of you guys who watch this, you understand this is how I am all the time, right?
oh no, he's not acting. I know
Like
him.
this is the
Yeah.
headline of the podcast. It's like hanging out with me, except I'm not literally next to you. This is me. And I don't understand why you just can't be you. And if you aren't good enough, or I won't say good enough, that's wrong. But if you and I don't click, that's okay. Don't make something up.
It's because everyone tries to oversell themselves, like bigger than
Why?
life. Yeah, that's what people do. It's
Just
inauthentic.
be
I don't
better. Like, don't oversell yourself. Just be that person you want to be.
preach it
Like,
to the
if you want to
choir.
be a millionaire and bang models, just go do that. It ain't that hard. This is America. Look at Jeff Bezos. That guy's ugly as fuck.
Look at Al Davis's son. What's his name? He's fucking terrible looking. He's lucky he got his daddy's fortune.
I'd love to be Al Davis's kid.
That guy's a dumbass.
Al Davis?
His son.
Well, they both are dumb, but
Well, at
doesn't
least
mean
Al Davis had high moments in the 70s and 80s. Then he just became decrepit as fuck. Same with Jerry Jones. Um, Trump is also ugly as fuck too.
and
Man,
his wife.
when you have money, I mean, yeah, that shit opens up doors.
So go make money.
If you're an ugly fucker. If you're attractive, you don't have to deal as much. But if you're an ugly fucker, if you're attractive and you make money, oh, you're set. You're James Bond. If you're ugly as fuck, you gotta go out and get.
I don't want to be James Bond though. He's British. Have you ever heard a British guy talk? It's probably the
Whatever.
gayest thing in the world.
But you get my point. You get my point.
I don't think I do.
Make money. You know.
Yeah, make money and don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, man.
Sounds good, man. It was a good
Unless
session.
you got anything else you want to talk about.
Not really. I think we've covered it. The world's fucked. I'm disillusioned by society, and online dating sucks, and the
It
world
doesn't
sucks.
suck. Like I said, I mean, there's again entertainment purposes only. It's a funny story though. I'll let you know how it works out.
Sounds good.
Maybe like no, tomorrow night we're doing the gaming thing. We'll be streaming live tomorrow night. Kyle and I are gonna play games tomorrow together. And
Yep.
hopefully Phil will be there because Phil's got his new Xbox. He's all set up. He's ready to roll.
Good shit.
We're not actually gonna play with Phil. Come on, like we're here. Phil's probably here. Okay, we don't belong with Phil.
Well, Phil, if you suck, we can use you for skill-based matchmaking. So you join
And
our
if you're
lobbies all the
good,
time.
you're gonna play alone because I'm tired of
Get the
getting
fuck out,
stormed
dude.
in fucking Call of Duty.
Can't do it. Can't do
All
it.
right, man. Are you ready for Battlefield?
I'm ready for that. Ready for Halo. Yeah. What more be said?
All right, what are you doing tomorrow for the holiday?
I have some college work to do in the afternoon, and then I'll be home at night. And then, yeah,
So you're not having a barbecue or anything?
no, it's a work day, unofficial work day.
Okay, do you know how to make beer can chicken?
No,
You should do
don't.
that. Get a chicken, grab a can of
I
beer,
know,
and shove it up its ass and cook it
I know.
on your Weber.
One day, one day.
Uh,
All right, man. Sounds
that
good.
that'll be your wedding present. Is a Weber.
Can't wait.
Fuck you. You should be more excited about that.
I'm over the fucking moon.
All right, we gotta get out of here. Hey, I appreciate all you guys listening and watching. If you do it live, you do it later, it doesn't matter. It's all the same to us. Kyle appreciates it because we're gonna donate a whopping all of the proceeds from this podcast to Kyle's wedding.
Boom, son. Thank you,
All
guys.
$4.61.
That's one shrimp on the cocktail.
I don't even think that's one shrimp.
You get that. There you go.
That's the cocktail sauce.
There we go. But you guys get some entertainment out of it. I was backed by popular demand with my pessimistic self.
I will be, if you guys want to come to Kyle's wedding, I am taking applications for my +1. I can promise you, you will have more fun than either Kyle or his wife. And they'll be the ones getting married. We will still have more fun. Preferably, I hope you are a female. But if you're a dude and we can still hang out and have a good time, you will not be invited to a bachelor party. You will be the DD for that shit. And if you're a chick, actually, I don't want a chick. There's bridesmaids. I got the Queen and Duchess of Spain to.
There
we
you
gotta
go.
get out of here before somebody throws us out. Appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you later. And always, bye.
Cool. I'm down for like one quick hour. Sorry. One quick hour. All right, dude. Peace.